iRace fans, welcome. We're here tonight, Gateway short track racing, and well, kind of cool, man, because we got a new sponsor on board here for the actual series. Top Hat Comics has come on board, so now we're going to call it the Top Hat Comics Super Late Model Series here tonight, and it's going to be a good one because Gateway short track racing, super late model style, qualifying's come to an end. These boys are about to get set. Chris Carroll won last week. He's got to start in the back. Kaysen, is it going to be hard for him to get to the front?
I honestly don't think so. I don't think it's going to be hard to get to the front for most of these drivers, unless you can't find any grip on the track.
Well, it'd be hard for me, so how's that? Well, I tell you what. Well, we just talked to Jason. And what's up, Deborah? James, how y'all doing out there? Here to watch Scotty Steve. Okay, well, Scotty's out here too. Jason out here's got a new paint job, so he's not in the green machine, but Brad Carpenter is out there. We got Aiden Young. Well, I know that name. Oh, Aiden out there, sporting a good one. He's a good driver, man. I'll tell you what, I've seen him in a lot of the iRacing, in the Cup Series, Xfinity Series truck style stuff. So he knows how to get around this place. Talk about Chris Carroll. Got to start back at 17th. Not too bad. Not too bad. And you know, we're missing somebody tonight. Chase Pierce, who actually does run the Top Hat Comics team.
Yeah, neither do I. I thought I saw him earlier, but maybe I didn't.
What's up, Chris? Down there in his yeah, he's not down there in the race team, so you got Jeff Shell, Miller, and all those guys down there, but okay. Well, it's still gonna be a good one. I mean, these guys here, they got a short track. Gateway. Let me see. Last time I raced Gateway on here. Oh Lord. I know it's been several years ago, but it was in trucks. It was in a league, and the guy I was racing with to the team, I just kind of followed his lead, pit strategies. I think it was about 30 cars, 30 trucks on the field. We avoided everything. I think I ended up finishing 10th that race by just pit strategies and avoiding all the wrecks.
Yeah, if I'm going to be completely honest, I just bought the track, so...
Well, I'm not very good at it. When I raced it that night, I wasn't very good at it. It can be a very tricky track. It reminds me a little of, New Hampshire, as coming out of the turns, because if you give it too much throttle, these things are going to step right out. As we go green, here tonight, it's got Raymond and company out here. Carpenter right there. You have a little bumping and grinding because it is almost a one groove style track here.
Yeah, unless you can make that highline stick, it may affect some of these cars, but...
Oh yeah. Yeah, and a lot of it, you're not really going to, again, what you're going to see here, Kaysen, a lot of these short tracks, unfortunately, end up being one-lane tracks. And that's just a product of short tracks. I mean, not a lot you can do and not a lot you can take from it. Try to get it makes aggressiveness on the starts too. If you want to get too aggressive, get yourself in trouble getting a wreck. But then if you're not aggressive, well, then you find yourself in the back somewhere.
Yeah, me as a driver, I like to be aggressive during the starts, so I can try to get a little jump on whoever's in front of me. But I saw in the main start here that a lot of these guys weren't as aggressive as I've seen in the past.
Yeah. Right now, Raymond's out front leading it. Young there in second, Carpenter third, Zimmerman fourth, Levi Allen up into the fifth place spot. Now, this track's got a road course in the middle of it, too.
That's actually a go-kart course for
okay. It looked like, yeah, it was awful small. I didn't know if it was a road course yet.
Yeah, it's a little electric go-kart track.
Oh, electric?
Yeah, for like the Italian go-karts.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be a quiet experience.
Italian go-karts definitely fun to drive on the road course.
What's up, Dean? Well, you know, we touch on that, the electric stuff because they say it's the future. Hopefully, whatever.
Trouble on the front stretch.
What do we got? Who we got? Oh, Brandon. What happened to him, man? He's way back in the back. And oh, him and the 99 get together. Chris Carroll.
Yeah, that's another thing about these tracks being so wide is, I mean, you think you're clear, the spotter makes one mistake, you go around. So
yeah, and that's the thing. You know, we're not in the car. We see it right here. Spotter could have said, you're clear for a split second to go down, but man, that hole can close, and him coming down, he probably thought he was clear, and nothing he could do there. Wreck it. I was talking about the electric cars here as one of the caution, and you know, everybody talks about the first thing to jump on is, oh, it's going to be quiet. Not necessarily, because if you know anything about how the electric race cars, that is, now true, the street cars are about as quiet as a ant, but the race cars are not. And if you've ever heard a supercharger whine, that's basically what a race car, electric car is going to sound like. And perfect example would be, look up the Ford, I think it's the Ford Mustang Mach-E, it's called the prototype 1400, and you'll get the idea of what one's going to sound like. It has like 1,500 horses or whatever in it, and it just screams, and kind of probably what the race cars are going to sound like. And again, don't IndyCar have a electric?
I think they're coming out with one. I think.
Yeah.
Those.
Well, they do. Yeah, they do have it. It's got IndyCar or something like that.
Yeah, those. Believe it or not, those Italian go-karts, electric ones, they actually sound somewhat familiar to an F1 car. Not as loud, but somewhat familiar to the sound.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So you're going to have that. It's a high-pitched whine to it. I refer to it as, and I'm a Mustang guy, as a Whipple-charged 0304 Mustang. If you've ever heard one of those cars with somebody putting a smaller pulley on it, it's just like whack, and you'll get the idea. To me, it's an awesome sound, but it's nothing like, man, a V8 sound. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's really, man, going to rival that. So I'm gonna stick to my what's it called? Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. The e-cars are fast. I mean, I'm not taking anything away. And even, you know, I don't want to get too far off of racing here, so I guess I have to go back green. You know, it's a conversation you could have all night long. There's a place for the electric cars, but there's still a place for the gasoline cars, and you know, both have their advantages, disadvantages, etc. There you go. I still feel in racing, though, that you take that aspect of the V8s and all the way, and you're losing it a lot. The sound in racing is what really brings them. Imagine going to an NHRA drag race. Yeah. Wouldn't be the same. We're going back green. The speakers in the car. Yeah, I hear you. Reminds me of that one movie that they made. Forgot what it was, but Jason Raymond back out front. Kyle, that's a new name out there. I don't recognize that name too much. So he's say Kyle Odin.
Take a shot of this. Odinick?
Odinick? Hey, sounds good to me. Battle back here in the back. See Aiden up top, and man, we talked about that. You know, that's where the aggressiveness is because he's stuck on the top side there. Nothing he can do. Levi hanging out behind him. And Carpenter's probably going to get that inside advantage. Yep, there you go. Troy, another newcomer here in the series. Beating and banging. You know, I love seeing little door banging, man, going on the short tracks. I know these guys out here, they get touchy when you start touching on them.
Yeah, I love seeing a little door banging. A little of that move of a bump and run, not wrecking anybody, but just move them out of the groove a little bit. I like kind of seeing that kind of racing.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing I kind of want to mention is Brad Carpenter's paint scheme. You couldn't miss that thing from a mile away.
Brad Carpenter? Oh, you talking about, yeah, his green one? Yeah, that thing, he's got like neon on it. Looks like the Hulk.
Sure does. Caution.
Oh, that's Joshua Sexton. What happened to him here? If he had some help or if he just all alone? Yeah, he had it. Nope, maybe. No, not working. Oh, right into the side. Boom! Miller into the wall. Ouch. What I'm talking about right there. A little bit of throttle coming out of the turn here. This track is like a road course, or it's not a road course, but coming out of the turns almost like a road course. And when I say what I'm saying here is, in road courses, you want the car to be straight before you hammer down on the gas. Really, that's about any turn, really. But some turns you can, depending on the banking, get away with, you know, getting on the gas a little early. Ladder style tracks. This one has a slight bank to it, but it's still kind of flat coming off. If you don't get that car straight, and you know this case, I mean, you drive cars on here, and you hammer down that throttle, man, that thing's just going to spin right out from under you.
Yeah, on the slightest bank, if you put too much throttle pressure, I mean, more than likely your back end is just going to give out, and, well, there's caution.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Rebecca? BB, what's going on, man? Get everybody tuning in. Gotta give a shout out here. I put the wrong thing. I put Tom. It's Top Hat Comics, man. You know, and I talk about them a lot. They're actually here in my hometown, Lexington, North Carolina. I go to them a lot. Enjoy it, man. Actually, might go there tomorrow because I ain't got no race. I ain't been there in a while. I always go there and get my models and get my paint, and got a lot of great, comics and whatnot there. Bought a few comics from him. He actually has some. I don't know if anybody's familiar with in Top Hat Comics. Familiar with the hot toys, figures, like maybe like Marvel or the superheroes and all those type of things, Star Wars and all, like the big 12-inch figures that are really detailed. Are you familiar with those?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he carries a lot of those too. I mean, we're talking about these are the $200-$300 models. Some of them get up $4 or $5, but they're collectors, and I mean, cool models there, or figures I've seen and stuff. So lot of models and so forth. And I know Tanner asked me about my model the other day. Tanner, I'll be making an updated video. I finally got the body on the car, so I work on my stuff slowly, surely, but I might go there, man, to Top Hat tomorrow and get chat with him. We sit around, we talk about all kinds of stuff, man. It's a good little place. And then right below it, you got a place called Red Donut, which all that place do is make you fat, but hey, be happy. And they got awesome donuts.
As Joshua Sexton was coming down pit road, he actually blew his engine, and he was stopped on pit road. And Scotty Stevens tried to push him to his pit stall, but he couldn't get him to budge.
Man, hate that. Go from good to bad to worse. What's up, Splits Gaming? How you doing out there, man? Appreciate everybody tuning in, but in a nutshell, I appreciate Top Hat being coming on board here for the Crooked Line Racing series here. So that's going to be the title sponsor. You see the little logo up there. Check them out on Facebook. And if you're in the Lexington, North Carolina area, I know there's several drivers. I don't know where Chase Pierce is here tonight. He's the main cat that drives it, but we do have some other ones. Jeff Shell out there and whatnot. And we were taking bets, Jason. How long would it take Chris Carroll to get up to the top 10? 16 laps, because he's at 6th place.
That's honestly, I'm honestly surprised about it. I've never seen a driver go through the field that quickly.
Well, he pitted on lap 6, so I think in most of the other field, about 5 other cars pitted on this pit caution. So the cautions have helped him. The pit strategies helped him. He's definitely in a good spot. We know Carroll's fast, and once you get him up there, he's good, he's deadly, and now he's got that inside groove. So here we go, going back green. Tanner back there in 10th tonight. I didn't get a chance to get down there and talk to him. I was being, I don't know, non-talkative before the race tonight. Trying to save all my talking for here, but green flag, we're back racing. Raymond is determined tonight. He said, heck, I want to win something. And yeah, I don't know if you heard when he jumped up here, talked before the race. Jason Raymond, we talked about Chris Carroll. I said a man to watch because, he's defending champ last several seasons, and you can see what he does on the track easily. But Jason Raymond, you got to talk about it because that guy, meanwhile, what a save, man. Did you see that save?
I did, but unfortunately, it did bring out the caution flag.
I see, that don't make no sense. In the world, you're going to see a lot of this too. Let's watch it one more time. He's actually the 15 car, but it says 5 on the side. You got to love those custom numbers. iRacing don't pick up on them.
I think what I keep seeing is when the car goes fully sideways, the caution comes out. Or when another car collides with it.
Bam. There we go. Yeah, he got a little bump. All right, caution out. Okay, we were talking about Jason Raymond real quick here, and that's, now he's going to come on pit road. And Jason is a fast guy. He's up front a lot. But it seems like his Achilles heel is Chris Carroll because he has finished second in like the last, I think, 2 to 3 seasons in points, Chris. And it just seems like he cannot break that mold. And I know last season on the Tour Mods, which runs on Tuesdays here, he actually last season was going, all right, this is my season, until Thomas Axiom showed up. And if you don't know who Thomas is he's the Chris Carroll in the Tour Mods, okay? And when he did, Jason was like, and lo and behold, Jason finished second in the points. So it's just like, wow. He finished second or third or 12. So it's just like Raymond has tried everything he can to break past to win a championship. So if anybody lives near Chris Carroll, Bo shut his power off.
I don't. I know if it were me, I wouldn't be too fond of my power getting shut off while I'm racing. But I do have to go back on the chat again. My cousin here again.
What's that? That's the gaming guy, right?
Yep, that's him.
Okay, so like his gaming channel?
That is his gaming channel. Yep.
Okay, I'll check it out. What does he play?
He plays like a lot of Fortnite. I think he plays Call of Duty, MLB The Show, those kind of games.
Well, he needs to play my 16-year-old then because he loves Fortnite. Good. Now I hear him in there yelling and hooping and hollering. Now I play Call of Duty, but he in there plays Fortnite. And Lord of mercy, man! All he does is yell.
Yeah, Fortnite is one of those games that'll get you pumped up.
Scotty Stevens says, "Don't tell the boss I'm texting and driving." And lots of racing games. Okay, hey, nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna get back into it. I'm excited. Now, don't get me wrong. I like iRacing. I enjoy it. I've always said it's the realest thing that you can do without going real racing. There are some other great simulators out there. I love Assetto Corsa. I am looking forward to the new Forza Motorsports because me and a buddy of mine, we used to love to do the rivals. I got a lot of videos on my channel here years back that so I'll probably hook my wheel back up. I'm kind of excited next year for that coming out. Maybe get up here and you'll see me maybe, a couple videos here and there doing it. Don't do much iRacing racing because I don't know, I just don't get into the officials. It's just, I don't know. Just don't like it. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy a lot of racing games myself. I'm not a one person that likes just one thing. I hear a lot of people in iRacing. Oh, that's all I race. Okay, but I like Race Room. R Factor, Assetto Corsa, Project Cars is where I came from. Running a league, I actually won a championship. I'm gonna tell you that. That came down to the wire. The last race, that was wild. But here's what kind of dedication I used to do, Cason. We would race once a week, every Sunday, at league. I would spend all week on that race setting up the setup. Okay, I mean it would be nothing for me to sit 8 to 10 hours practicing just for that race to set the car up.
Same way I was. I mean, yeah. I came from doing little fake late model races around a little triangle to iRacing. So
yeah. Oh, and I jumped on the iRacing and I enjoyed it. Did leagues for a while. As we go back green, look at Kyle out front now. Everybody's kind of getting back here in the back. And Aiden Young upside down. He's a dead turtle on the track, and he's still flipping. Finally got back up off his shell, but holy moly! If I watch it one more time, we're watching that live, but brief.
Going back to Joshua Sexton, that's probably the fastest engine swap I've seen in a race car.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, got the baddest crew. And being Joshua Sexton, as we watch this replay, let's watch this replay. Go back on that just a second. The Aiden just loops it, hits the wall, and then the wall causes him to go upside down. Everybody else kind of helps him, and he's just going. Hope he's not in VR, because man, he would have done been like. You talk about the engine swap. Let me tell you, Joshua Sexton, he's the sexiest man on Fire Kings Motorsports. Okay, so he's probably got the fastest, sexiest crew out there.
Yeah, I mean, I would hire who I could to, if I can get an engine swap that quick in an official race, I would pay them more than what they would deserve.
Oh yeah. Oh, about. Appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. We're at the Top Hat Comics. Super late models here tonight at Gateway. And, you've got tracks that are good. I'm going to go out and say it, and I didn't mention this before, and we are on our fourth caution. I got to take nothing away from these guys out here. some tracks just breed cautions. Gateway is one of them. Phoenix is another track. Phoenix, for some reason, when I say this, I've had leagues 20-some cautions in a race, okay? That track, Phoenix, I don't know. But Gateway's another one. Again, take nothing away from the talent of these guys out here. There's just some tracks that just breed cautions for some reason.
I think it's just the layout and how the track is. I mean, all the factors, heat on the track, figuring out the best line, braking points. But it's more so the track layout, how big the banking is, how long the straightaways are. That's really a factor that plays in all these cars.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that one, man. And that's the thing. And I don't know, Phoenix is one of them style tracks. Like I said, it just breeds cautions also. So, like we might go single file here. You see Carroll up front there with Carpenter, Kyle out front here. So, been a good one here. These guys are just trying to tackle this tricky style track here tonight. Race number 3 here, and a good season so far. Kicking it off. Hey, we're kicking off the tour mods here in the next couple weeks. Got a lot of great racing here on the channel. Hit those thumbs up out there. Hey, if not, you can always hit the dislike too. I still appreciate you coming by, hating, taking the time out of your day, because that just means we're on your mind. Appreciate it. I used to always aggravate Tim with that. He'd be like, Joe, why you say that for? Because I appreciate him coming out, taking the time out of their day.
Yeah, I mean, gotta love your fans and love your haters too.
Hey, there you go, man. Shoot. Well, we'll definitely appreciate it. And, we got a lot of great racing. Like I say, we're off next couple of days, but we got some IndyCar racing coming up on Thursday. We've got our money race coming up on Fridays. Those things are just chaotic and wild, as always. Then we got dirt racing. We got a good special event coming up this Sunday. We got a normal, Miller Family Trucking one, but right after that, Aiden Beerline, a couple weeks ago, his father passed away, and Aiden is one of the pro drivers, iRacing for dirt side, and kicking off a memorial race for him this coming Sundays. Definitely stay tuned. Tune in here on the channel here, OSR Network, online, simracingnetwork.com. Your home for fun and exciting sim racing. We got a lot of great racing for you. Then the next week, boy, we're really kicking up. Got another special race coming up for some dirt. Got a lot of great racing stuff coming out here. Got these guys here, man. Top at Comics, Crooked Line. Gonna be a good one. I enjoy it.
Going back to Friday's race, I'm actually thinking about racing Friday.
There you go.
I'm actually thinking about getting back into doing a few of those races.
Wow, when last Friday, and I don't want to get too far, but last Friday was the first one that did not go into a green-white checker.
Did it not?
Not finished. Surprising.
That is very surprising.
Green flag here, though. We got Kyle. He gets a good jump out front. Carpenter in second. Carroll hanging on the third. He's going to see if he can't pull on by. And look at this. And single file start kind of spreads the field out just a little bit. Got to go back here to round 7th, 8th, 9th place spot. Get a little beat and bang in there with Stephen Langdon. And Tanner in a purple something. Oh, that's a lap car in between all them. Okay. Aiden off the pace, man. For some reason.
Something I'm seeing though is Brandon, the 19, is back on the lead lap.
Oh, okay, nice. What's up, Duck? How are you? Brandon, 19. Brandon Ishkan. Is that what you said his name was?
Ishkanen.
Ishkanen. At least we're not saying ish kebab.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
That'd be what I'd say. He's probably like, man, Joe, come on now. Hey, man, got good food if it is. All right. Him and Aiden back there battling it out a little bit. Got Clifton right there in the front, so what's your battling going on in the back here as Carroll's still trying to chew it up. Carpenter has run down Kyle. Maybe Kyle has overused that car just a little bit.
You know, and kind of looking all the way back to the 91 of Chris Clark, way off the pace. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with his car.
Yeah. Got French's on it. That ketchup? Oh, no, mustard. I think it's mustard.
I think that's ketchup, I think.
Is it? I don't know. Somebody go out there and Google French's. It's one or the other. Can't remember which one.
It might be both, too.
That's true. And pass for the lead. I see these cars coming off the turn. They kind of like slide sideways. So just shows you how tricky this place is. Maybe after tonight, might be one of the short tracks where they go, we'll throw this one off the schedule for a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm kind of trying to think, are we going to Phoenix? Are we going to ISM or the older version of Phoenix?
I think we're going to the new one.
It's just a bigger change in the track from the old one to the new one.
Well, I thought the French's yellow mustard. I thought it was mustard. Because the only ketchups I really know about is Heinz and oh heck, what's the other one? Oh man, see, I'm getting old. See, what happens, man, when you get my age, Jason? Oh, stay young. There's some advice on you.
Yeah, kind of getting to the point to where I gotta start working to pay rent. So,
man's got a new world problem. I gotta start paying rent. Doggone it. Heard it first here, folks. That's good. Don't worry, I got a 16-year-old. He starts his first job August the 2nd. He's excited. Heinz and Food Line. Usually get Walmart brand too there, so it goes up. Aiden's trying to bounce back. Not been able to do too much ever since he wrecked up here. Tanner's kind of hanging on. Purple Mobile.
Jason Raymond just Tokyo drift around turn 2.
Oh, and we're seeing that a lot out here too. Let's see. Tanner's trying to get up with his feminine side colors. I'll go back and listen and go, man, come on, Joe. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Amy Dutt's got a new car. Where's Mom at out there? Mom's out there? Got to give a shout out to usfirearms.com too. Those guys, they're one that, coming on board here sponsor wise. So appreciate it. Awesome.
That 44 is just so loose. I'm not sure. I've really only seen it out of him coming out of corners. I don't know if he's just giving it way too much gas or what, but he's just loose coming out of each corner.
Oh, yeah. And then we just talked about Raymond, and look at that. He lost some talent, hitting the wall. Yeah, I like the usfirearms.com. You want a gun? Check them out. I don't know what Raymond's out there doing. Showing off?
I think he likes the sound of the rumble strips on the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I see right there. And Man. Mom probably was going to say something that she saw that and went, I'm going back up underneath the couch and hide. I ain't saying nothing now. That was a close call. The old Scotty Stevens right there in the front. That boss man earlier. Boss. Somebody's out here pulling for him. Deborah Stevens. I'm going to say that's got to be the wife. Could be mom. So, he's doing good. Oh, Scott.
You know someone who I'm not surprised to see up front, though?
Who's that?
Chris Carroll. I am not surprised to see him back up second.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's just going to be one of those things. Carroll, if he doesn't get in trouble, somehow that man avoids trouble.
Special talent, I guess.
In racing, you know, you got to have talent. Obviously, fast cars, etc., how to get around. But sometimes it's basically knowing how to avoid things on the track.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that last wreck. Everybody just going everywhere. Usually, I like to stick to the bottom. Even at short tracks, I like to just stick to the bottom of the track.
Oh, yeah.
Until I turn and then come up, just so I have more room to do what I need to.
Absolutely. Got Carpenter man right here hanging on strong. Right down it. Andrew Bogus. Got the bandit machine. Gonna do what they say can't be done. Good. Levi Allen right behind him. Got the looking machine too.
I really like 24's paint scheme.
That
Troy.
Yeah. Good looking blue.
Looks
Paint
like a
finish.
car I've seen I've raced against.
Got Wayne's trucking on it. That's a cool little picture on the hood. I like that. He's got, looks like Jeff Shell right up underneath him. Trying to battle him out just a little bit. Aiden's right there behind him. Remember, Aiden went for a wild ride. This is a good battle. This is right around 10th, 11th, and 12th place spot. Everybody's calmed down a little bit right now.
Brad Carpenter has kind of held back from Carroll and Kyle. I think he's kind of letting them race it out in case they wreck, I guess. It's kind of looking like to me.
We're riding on the inside here, Jeff Shell. And this is old school right here. You don't see this much inside, but you see how going down the straightaway, that wheel is cocked to the right. That is more back to the older school. You don't see that much turn to the right much on the cars anymore. A lot of them, they're not quite centered. You don't want them all the way centered. That just has something to do with the camber and all that stuff and how they have to turn them. But you're right on board with him, man. You can see that thing. That's like way back in the day. And things used to have to, going down the straightaway, you'd have to kind of hold it to the right so the car wouldn't automatically just go to the left on you.
Yeah, that's kind of how I treat my cars. Is just keep that wheel offset to the right.
Yeah.
One of my short track super speedways, though, I want it straight up and down.
Yeah. Talk about up front. Looks like Carpenter's made his pit stop here. Carroll's going to see if he can. Kyle's coming on pit road. Looks like these guys can't all the way.
I do not think they can. Or these could just be quick pit stops to think, okay, if there's caution, everybody else is going to come down, and I can stay out.
Yeah, I mean, these cars can go quite a bit of ways. I feel like saying paint scheme. Start a best paint scheme spread. Well, I mean, I try to do that duck, and I try to get everybody involved in it, and nobody wants to play. I like showing off all the paint jobs, and then now I will say Andrew's out there do like Trans Am. That is kind of cool. Levi had one last week that was cool, but he's changed it up. The one Levi had last week, I would have to say, really was inspiring. I like paint jobs that put a lot of thought into, like I say, when the paint goes over the fender and everything lines up and all that. I like those because I don't know if you've done any painting or anything here on iRacing casing, but you know, when you look at the template, from the fender to hood and et cetera, it's all different. So you got to know how to line that up if you're going to put like a graphic going across or something, or a line or something. You got to be able to line that up, and you know, it takes a little time to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I like to kind of make my vehicles kind of like a personal, kind of like something that would only people around me would understand.
Yeah.
They look cool, but like only people around me would understand. Like my cup car, not the next gen, but my old one. Mm-hmm. It has a sheriff paint scheme on it. That's my county's sheriff's department. Because I used to volunteer with them as a police explorer. So.
Oh, nice. Tanner ran off the track for a minute. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he got the butt kicker machine out there. Remember we was talking about it last week. New slogan for him: a butt vibrator. Vibrated too much on him. I'll say Tanner, it is a nice paint job on Tanner's car. What I'm talking about, kind of like, I'm not quite sure the template on these cars, but I would have to say going on that back fender to that rear deck lid, see how the butt kicker word actually goes over, folds over. In order to line those two up, that actually would have to be two different pieces, and Tanner just blinked out.
He actually just manually disconnected, it says, along with...
Oh, trouble for Tanner. Oh, are you kidding me? They're just talking about him. What's up, Tammy? The Explorer program is awesome. What's the Explorer program?
So the Explorer program is pretty much like a junior deputy. Like, it's a training for kids 14 to 21. They get law enforcement training, go on ride-alongs with police officers, all that good stuff.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Tanner disconnecting. Man was just showing his paint job off, and then all of a sudden, boom. Died. Oh, okay, Doug, cool. Lifting on pit road. Excuse me. Man, hate that on Tanner's part. Two of the 5 King guys down. Man.
The weirdest thing.
Trying to show off your paint job, you're out there clicking off.
So he either accidentally hit Alt F4, which is really hard to do, or iRacing just lost connection and said that he manually disconnected.
Well, we'll go with the second one there, because I would put it by, Tanner, to maybe, get happy out there and hit the F4 and, yeah. Tanner, if you're listening on the broadcast, man, what happened? Lose power, lose internet? I know he's had some internet problems in the past. Which, I mean, he pretty much got that solved. I mean, he's got the mega internet connection along with the $1 million wheel out there. And Jason Raymond tonight is trying to, I think he's actually trying to get the most style points in a race.
I think he wants to go into Formula Drift. It's kind of what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I mean, because every time we look at him, he's sideways, and I always thought, man, keeping that car straight is the best way to go.
I don't know. I heard this from somebody, but making your car loose makes it faster. I don't think that's the case with a lot of these cars, but maybe for some of the cars.
You know, you bring out, sometimes they talk about loose is fast to a certain extent.
Another thing I keep seeing is Raymond keeps hitting the rumble strips on turn 4. I think he's really attracted to those rumble strips, kind of what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. That'll upset a car.
It'll also upset your force feedback as well.
Got Carroll, Andrew Bogus hanging on the second, Raymond up in the third. Levi there in fourth, and Scotty Stevens moving up into the 5th place spot. Got some green flag stops here.
You know, and kind of going back to the 91, if we looked at his deck lid, we would have been able to figure it out pretty easily. It's kind of hard to see, but
with Chris Clark.
Yeah, with the French's paint scheme, it says mustard right on the deck lid. It's hard to see, but
I thought it was mustard to begin with, but I wasn't 100% sure. So, Frenchy Mobile. And battle for second. Raymond's there. Bogus says, well, gonna find a way around me. Down on the inside. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? Right there. Jason.
Another thing I see about this track, if you're on the inside and someone's on your outside, exiting the corner, the outside has a faster run.
Yeah. I mean, the inside is ultimately the place to be, but like you said, if, you know, unless you can get all the way to the inside of them, it's almost like that Martinsville, Bristol style. If you're side by side, coming off the turns, you get pinched down just a little bit. Now, this lap car might factor in here a little bit. Oh.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Wow. If I was Andrew, I'd been yelling. Get out of my way.
Looks like he tried the crossover move, but couldn't make it stick.
No. And you can tell Raymond probably was faster anyways. It was just a matter of getting around. But that just shows you how hard it is to pass here. Aiden back up to 6. Remember earlier in the race, he was upside down.
You know, if you go upside down, and I was driving by you, I just yell at you, you can't park there.
Yeah. There you go. Got three machines back here. Zimmerman. Yeah, it's not Zimmerman. That's yeah, Zimmerman in a new car. New paint job. Like almost like a Davey Allison throwback. USfirearms.com on it. You
know, there was a driver or a driver last week. I don't know his name. I think it was like Raymond something that I don't see today. I don't remember his name, unfortunately.
Oh. Zimmerman's gonna pop up there. You got Brandon right behind him, but you got Jeff Shell here. And at 24, old Troy. We're looking strong here tonight. Good run. Again, like I say, got a Cato Top Hat Comics coming on board here. Title sponsor along with U.S. Firearms. Butt kicker out there. A lot of great things here. Jeff Shell sporting the title sponsor. Don't see Chris Chase Pierce out here tonight. Not sure where Pierce man is here.
Joshua Sexton just pulled in the garage, parked for the night. He's no longer at the track. He has took his car and he has left.
I don't know what happened to Tanner. Where'd he go?
I think he decided to take a stop at McDonald's for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. Got a bologna sandwich. Kyle on pit road.
I think the name that I was thinking of was Raymond Rittenauer. I think it was.
Oh, okay.
I don't see him tonight.
He runs on Friday night.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a Friday night man. He's a truck guy. He's a truck guy.
I think my mind's backwards at the moment.
That's all right. Well, right now it's been a really good race.
Yeah, I just had to get those cautions out of the way and.
Yeah, I mean, and
runs.
That's typical. You see a lot of times these guys at a track like Gateway. You know, sometimes you get a few cautions early on. Maybe towards the middle here, kind of winds down a little bit. I have to see maybe if they pick up the pace. I mean, Carroll right now has got a 3.6 second lead over Raymond. Andrew's still right there with him in third. Levi hanging on the fourth. So they're kind of spread out for the top five. Aiden up to six. And really the closest guys has got to be back here 7th, 8th, and 9th with Troy, Jeff, and Zimmerman. The green flag pit stops have kind of split everybody out too. That's why.
Yeah, and something else that I'm seeing, it's with the leaderboard. Top 10 are the only lead cars. 11th back is all some sort of lap down.
Yep. Well, the green flag stops have done a lot of those guys direct their lap down, pitted, and so forth. So on. Obviously, some of them too out of the race. You know, like Tanner, Joshua, so forth. Unfortunately, but yeah, you're right. 11 cars on lead lap.
With the 18 coming down pit road, and it looks like Kyle has also parked it and left for the night.
He's dropping off like flies. I don't blame him. This track, man, it's just sometimes can be a nightmare.
Yeah, I can completely agree with that. This track is a, from what I've seen, it's so hard to hold a line straight. You can't get a good run off anywhere.
Yeah. And old Tanner messages. Find out what happened to him, because I noticed he's not in the Discord anymore, so Obviously some internet connection problems there, so hate that on his end. Maybe he's on his phone or something. A good battle going on back here around 7th, 8th, and 9th, though. There's Troy, Jeff, Zimmerman. The guys have been going at each other for a while.
What was it, about 20 laps now?
Yeah. Right there, on top of each other. Good racing. Good racing.
You want to know what I really see? What I really want to see though is
What's that?
Jason hunting down Carroll coming towards the end of this race.
Well, at this point, I think only two things got to happen for him to do it. One, a caution. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Or Carroll make a mistake and slow way down, because there's a 4-second gap between them. And speed-wise, the last lap between the both of them, 34.25 to 34.40. So, you know, they're kind of dead even between the two. And see Raymond coming on pit road. This is going to hurt even more. But Carroll also. But yeah, one of those two things are going to have to happen. I just don't think Raymond obviously does not have the speed. Don't take anything away from him. Pure speed to run Carroll down once he gets out front like that.
Scotty Stevens now out front.
Yeah, everybody took the pit stops up there, so it rotates him around. What's going on, Garrett? Yeah, I mean, they're not bad. Little, what's the word I'm looking for? It was a little sketchy at the first. I mean, they were kind of wiggly. Guys had to kind of get it in line a little bit.
You know, and kind of going back to tires, I heard someone in practice come on the radio and said left sides are the only ones that matter at this track.
Probably so. You're right. Yep. And I got an update. Tanner said he's not feeling well. They went to go lay down, man. I hate that. So, Tanner, listening, man. Start feeling better, dude. What's up, Corey, man? Scotty. On pit road? Nope. Jeff Shell is, though. Or Aiden is. Put Shell up to second. Zimmerman there in third. I don't think they can go all the way.
I would have to agree with that. Wasn't this
Shell
correct me
pitted
if
on
I'm
24. Zimmerman pitted on 23. Now Scotty pitted at 14. He's definitely probably going to have to pit, but I've been fooled before. Okay, let me go ahead and say this here, Casey. I've been fooled before on something they can't make it. I'm not saying they probably couldn't make 75 laps if they've been saving something.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it 125 laps tonight?
Was supposed to be, but it was 100. Yeah, he shortened it down a little bit.
So that kind of makes it a little bit more interesting for these drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna say if they save some in the back, I'm trying to think. Carroll hit it at lap 6. He came in. I don't know if they can make it all the way or not. Obviously, green, white, checkered would definitely mess everything up. But there's a possibility they could go 75 laps. Anybody out there listening in the league, let me know. Maybe Tanner, if you're not asleep yet. Sometimes with that fuel mileage stuff, man, I tell you, it's... But here's the thing, too, Jason. You know this, and I know this. At some point, you're going to have to just do it and go. Because if they pit at this point, they're going to give up the race no matter what. So at some point, you're going to have to kind of, you know, the old saying is you made your bed, you had to lay in. They definitely could give up some time. I mean, they got, what, 20 seconds over Raymond. They could save some fuel.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably do no throttle in the turns, probably about quarter throttle through the straightaways. I wouldn't be, you know, full throttle all the way down the backstretch and half in the... Because I see a lot of these guys kind of going half in the corners.
Yeah, let's see, I mean... Really can't tell a lot. They got digital RPMs in these things, so it means way down to 5,000 RPMs. Zimmerman is all the way up. Obviously letting cars go by him, which I mean, newer tires and stuff. Well, you see Shell on pit road, so if this throws a caution though, Zimmerman, man, you were talking about Shell and Zimmerman might have just got that was Levi just got around the leader, just got on the lead lap. Boy, Jeff Shell got that pit stop perfect. Bad thing is this caught a lot of the guys a lap down. A lot.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a good break for Aiden Young if he ends up getting the lucky dog.
Yes, true. Ugh. We have to go back too. Now this is gonna put 6 guys on the lead lap. Obviously, Zimmerman's coming on pit road. The problem is, the only one that's going to get that lucky dog, like you said, Aiden. Then it should put 8 people or 7 people on the lead lap. Clark and company back there is not going to get the wave around because Raymond's not coming in, and a lot of those guys are not coming into pits. So, So what's going to happen here? Kind of. Hypothetically, let's say what's going to happen. It's almost a scenario like week 1. Boy, I tell you what, that was a chaotic thing. A lot of guys got caught a lap down. They're either going to be on the tail end of the lead lap, or they're still going to be a lap down. Right now it's showing them a tail end of the lead lap. When we go back green, they're going to be right there in front of the leaders, which does make it exciting. A quick explanation of the difference between being a lap down and the tail end of the lead lap. All right? Because some people might not know. Tail end of the lead lap means you're right in front of the leader. You're on the lead lap, but you are right in front of the leader. So you're pretty much right there. You've got to go all the way back around the track. Get back by. Being a lap down, obviously you're behind the leaders and they've passed you. That's kind of a short explanation. The reason these guys did not get out there is because Raymond and company didn't pit. And by them not pitting, that puts them on the tail in the lead lap. The only way they could get back or be able to wave around is if we go green and another caution comes out real quick before they go a lap down again. Let's say it that way. Another caution flies after that. You know, after we go green, then yes, the wave around or the lead, tail in the lead lap cars get to swing around. It can get confusing.
I just did a little bit of math. Sorry to go off topic here, but we started off with 19 cars, and we are now to 13.
Yes.
That shows you that these guys. I mean, if you go all the way down, you know, 3 laps down, a lot of these guys will just say park it. The 19, the 91, the 79, and the 97 have less than half a lap to get back to the lead pack before they go green.
Oh, yeah. Deborah says, proud mom. What's going on, Deborah? Green flag. Tail end cars got waved around. So nobody's on the tail end. We go back green, 12 to go. I'm not even going to come up with an explanation on that one. We're back 12 to go. Raymond's out. Steven's out. Here we go.
This is where, you know, it's going to be the last, coming to the last 10 laps of the race. You'll see a lot of drivers start getting aggressive, like I said last week. A lot of drivers start getting aggressive about 10 laps to go.
Yes.
Maybe even now with 11 to go. They'll start trying to be a little more aggressive, using different lines.
Well, and you've got to, and caution out. There you go. We were just talking about it. That's where some of my, probably the aggression, and actually Jeffrey. I will say this. If you're a driver, don't do this. He pretty much stops on the track. Not sure if he ran out of gas or what. Yeah, don't stop on the track. Don't do that. Caution. All right, here we go. What's up, Bam? Right. Hey, go check out Bam racing videos, man. Heck yeah.
I know he didn't run out of gas because he was kind of stepping on the gas around the track, and then just came to a complete stop.
Yeah. I will say this. Tanner can yell at me later. Don't do that as a driver. That is the number one no-no. I'll call anybody out on that one. Get off the pit road. Don't stop on the track. Don't do that. Because it will throw a caution, and unless you were out of gas or you wrecked, hit the wall and the car's dead. But if you're still under power, rolling, roll that thing right on in the pit road. Don't stop on the track, because unneeded caution. Here. Say it like that. Nothing against any league or anything. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I was I was in an official race, and someone got stopped on the track, and he ended up getting a 2-week suspension from iRacing for stopping on the track.
Yeah, well, and take it back. I've seen it before. It happens. Just in a nutshell, don't do it. Don't do it. It looks bad. It makes you look bad as a driver. Slows the caution, slows the race down. Everybody's out there like, man, come on. Anyways. Raymond out front, he wants to win this thing. Scotty Stevens, though, he's hungry for a win. Carroll, he always wants to win. You got Jeff Shell up there, though. Zimmerman. Andrew. Here we go. Been a good race here tonight, though. Again, like I say, I appreciate all Top Hat Comics coming on board here at the Top Hat Comics Super Late Model Series here tonight. Gateway. Right. Hometown sponsor here, myself. I like that. Full power lot. U.S. Firearms. What's that?
Does Top Hat Comics have a website by any chance?
Another Facebook. No, they do. I imagine they do have a website, though. There they are on Facebook.
Gotcha. I'll check them out.
Let's see. Raymond, Carroll, Stevens, Zimmerman, Otis. Top 5. Here we go. Line them up side by side. Getting set. Lights off on the pace car. Going green flag racing. Yeah, Jeff out there talking about this place needs to be bulldozered over. No groomers in chat. Let's have a good Yeah, there you go. What's up, Paulie? No groomers. What does that mean?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I had to look up the dictionary.
I mean, he's looking for a dog groomer. I don't know. Green flag. I know Jason Raymond's looking for the win. He's hoping Scotty Stevens holds up Carroll. Back here in the back. Zimmerman off the pace. Look at Wade Young back up. Remember earlier in the race, he was upside down trying to race on his top.
Yeah, another thing about racing on your top. I don't think that you're going to go many places when you're on your roof.
Probably not the fastest way around the track.
Hey, I could be wrong. There could be some strategy inside of that. Who knows?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, obviously, if he put some wheels on the top of the hood, it might go around, but I don't know. And now he's up to 6. Raymond is trying to do everything he can. Remember earlier in the race, look at Scotty Stevens. Boy, he threw that thing into the turn. Raymond better protect that inside. Because what he wants to see here, he wants to see Carroll and Stevens start to battle. You can see it right now, too. And Andrew's sitting back there going, he wants to see Carroll and Stevens wreck. So he can finish in the second place.
You know, and again, with these cars, I mean, it's all about strategizing when to make the move. Because if that move doesn't work, you could be losing, 2 or 3 positions, and then there goes your race and chance to win.
And you take it back to the track too. The track, the way it is, you can see right now just how slick it is, and that's good what you said there, because one wrong move, as slick as this place is, the car's around, it looks like top 3, and you see Stevens now goes up the track. This is what Raymond wants to see. If them two could stay side by side for a while. Look at Andrew back there. He's in the mix too. This is definitely what Raymond wants to see.
There's a caution.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's not what he wanted to see. Wow.
But it does look like Scotty Stevens still has a position in 2nd place.
Who caution? Let's see what the caution is.
Oh, I think I see it.
What is it?
Looks like the 18 got loose in the front stretch, and then collectively the 79 went up and over.
Yep, right there it is. Boom! Jeff Miller. Right.
That is correct, yes.
Yep. Watch it again here. Battling back in the back. Price didn't show him crash. Boom! Yeah, he hits the wall, flips it upside down, keeps going. Ouch. Raymond did not want to see that caution. Now remember, in the series here, they have what they call the choose line rule. Obviously the leader can choose any line he wants, but it pretty much goes to the second on back. So if Carroll wanted the outside, he could take the outside. If he wanted the inside, he could take the inside. If Scotty Stevens wanted the inside, now I'm gonna say, if I'm Scotty in this situation, I probably would take the inside. Even though it might put me in 3rd place, I think I would probably want to be behind Jason.
I would agree with that, because because Jason, from what I've been keep seeing, he gets really big jumps off the start.
Yeah, well, and also that inside lane advantage, because if Scotty gets caught on the outside, now I'm not saying even if he gets caught on the outside and gets a good jump on the restart, but I would probably take my chances on that inside.
I would agree. That's also something that's intimidating, is seeing someone like Chris Carroll to your outside. Make you feel,
if he does, it puts Chris Carroll stays on the outside, that too, because he could do the inside too. But if he stayed on the outside, it would actually put Chris Carroll beside Jason then. Now, still, Scotty's defense, you would think, well, why would he want to do that and put Carroll up there beside Jason? Jason's going to get the jump no matter what. Okay, he's the leader. He gets, he's going to get that jump. Scotty's going to go with the leader. And I know, Kaysen, you race a lot. When I raced, the 3rd place car behind the leader has probably more of an advantage when going, because you can see when the leader takes off quicker than you can when the car on the outside. And it actually looks like that's what Scotty's going to do. He's going to take that inside. So if anything, I think it will put Scotty and Carroll side by side, which is what Raymond wants. And then he wants to get this thing to the white flag and make it over with.
The only thing about coming to the white flag for Jason is making sure everyone is safe behind you. Nobody's coming up close. if they get close, that could be a little deadly for Jason.
Yeah. The only way this is going to backfire for Scotty is if he does not get a good start. If he gets a good start, this will definitely benefit him. I still feel this is the right move for him. Go to the inside, because if you get caught to that outside now, ultimately he needs to close that gap up he's got right there, because that's not going to help. He needs to be on the back bumper of Jason when this thing starts, because any gap he gives and he gives Carroll an opportunity to slip right in between them, then all this is lost. So yeah, first off, no gap. Want to be on that back bumper. Got a bit too. He's a little further back than I would like to see it. All right, there we go. Green flag. You can see right there, that was a good jump between the two. Perfect example of what I'm talking about. Second place car just has that advantage behind the leader to see him. And that outside lane just cannot get going.
Now, something that Scotty needs to do is hold that inside.
Yes.
Protect that inside with all costs. It's kind of like protecting a queen. Protect her at all costs. It's kind of like the inside.
Coming out of 4, they take the white flag. This thing's official here tonight. Coming out of turn 3 and 4. White flags one more time. Here for the Top Hat Comics Super Late Models here tonight at Gateway. So all Raymond has to do is hang on to it. He's got Scotty Stevens. He's got 2 more turns to get it done. Three and 4. Scotty's nowhere near him. Carroll's going to hang on to 3rd. Looks like Andrew there in the 4th. Zimmerman up to 5th. All Jason Raymond here tonight at Gateway.
What a race.
Yes. Good run by these guys.
It was honestly a lot cleaner racing than I would expect from, super late models at this big of a track.
Yeah, once they got calmed down a little bit, it was actually not bad. I mean, a little hairy there on the start, but once they got calmed down, it actually really they were able to get it. Well, let's see if we can get a couple of these guys up here, get a word with them. Carroll, Joe in the booth, got a copy?
I get a copy, Joe.
Man, I tell you what, well, tricky track here, Gateway. Early on, a little rough, but made it to the back, to the front, got up to 3rd. How was the car?
The car it started out loose. It was, it built tight and then loose off, and I felt real fast on that long run there. I felt like if we had a long run again at the end there, I think I had something for them, but on the restarts, those guys got to count down, helping each other out. I don't blame them. They're on the same team and couldn't do much with them.
Well, that's actually something we were talking about at last restart there. I actually was up here talking about that choose cone rule, and I said Scotty's probably best alternative here is to start on the inside, even though it might put you up there in a second. It's going to put him in a little bit of advantage, being how this track is. But man, what a run! Got anybody you want to thank here tonight?
Yeah, we got Top Hat Comics. They came on as a sponsor for these guys here, and got to thank those guys first and foremost. That it's pretty rad. Those guys keep it free for us to run here, sponsoring it, so that's really cool. Always got to thank USAFirearms.com with Brian Zimmerman. He powers our cars here and puts us in all the different races we run. And got to thank Tanner and Raymond and Sexton and all the boys that put this on. Those guys work super hard to give us somewhere to race. So got to thank those guys. And thinking about my teammate there, Larry Bell, he's hurting tonight and not being able to be out here racing. He hurt himself at work a little bit there, so he's not able to race with us. And got to thank my folks. They always watch us at home. And I think I got everybody, Joe. I'm not 100%.
Hey, man, I tell you what, as always, that's Carroll, man, bringing it home here tonight, 3rd place again. Congratulations there, Chris.
Thanks, man. Give him hell.
Yo, man, Chris looking good. Well, Scotty Stevens here. Scotty, Joe in the booth, got a copy?
Got you, Joe.
Man, I tell you what, we came home second here tonight, but we talked about on that last restart that choose cone there probably helped you out just a little bit.
100%. Especially when you're lined up behind a teammate, communication goes a long way. Do anything you got to do to keep Chris Carroll out there.
Well, and we talked about it there, and I said, probably Scotty's best, breakdown would be to start on the inside, even though it might put Carroll up our second, and still just the way this track was set up. But paid off, came home second. Is there anything you might have done to get to Jason?
Jason, I think Jason was one of the fastest cars all night. He's got his track dialed in. We ran this place a couple weeks ago just for practice, and he led just about all the laps there. Came down to me and Chase Pierce and getting involved in an accident on the last lap for it. I'm not sure what happened to Raymond back then, but he's definitely strong at this place, one of his better tracks, even though the guy hates it for whatever reason. Yeah, good job to Jason.
Well, there you go, man. I tell you what, came home second tonight. Got anybody you want to thank?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of people got to thank. We got to thank Top Hat Comics for coming on board, sponsor the league. USA Firearms, MF Racing Designs, Savage Edge Apparel, McConey Setup Shop, The Butt Kicker, Raise Energy, and BAM Racing Videos.
There you go, Scotty Stevens, man, bringing it home second tonight, looking good. Let's bring Jason up here. Jason, join the booth, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, Jason, I tell you what, you said earlier you didn't know about the track. But, man, you came home tonight, put in victory lane. How was this place?
I'm going to be honest. We did a little fun run, like practice, a few weeks ago to see if this track could go on the schedule. And I hated it all practice, and I ran super good in the actual race. I think I led like 70 out of 100 laps, so I definitely had the speed. Then coming into to tonight, I kind of just, once again, wasn't really looking forward to it. Didn't really know what to expect. I ran this track Thursday night in the truck, so maybe that added practice helped me out a little bit. But, it was fun. Setup was a little on edge. It was kind of snapping loose on exit sometimes, so that was a little interesting there. But all in all, I can't complain. I don't really like the track, but I won the race, so it makes up for it.
Hey, sometimes, tracks you don't like, you do good at. Some you do good at, you don't, or you like, you don't do good at. So, man, come out here tonight, good dominating finish out here, winning it. Got anybody you want to thank for your awesome win?
Yeah, I got a bunch of people, but first off, I got to give a huge shout out to Top Hat Comics out of Lexington, North Carolina. I'll get it out eventually. Trying to talk too quick here. They came on to support this. They came out to support the series, and really means a lot to all of us here. To have a title sponsor like that, it's really cool. Makes us all want to race for a little bit more, seeing as we have people supporting us, and it's just all around really nice to have them on board, and can't thank them enough. I got to thank my parents and you guys for doing the broadcast every week. I love going back and watching them, see the action I missed while I'm out on track. Got to give a huge shout out to the guys over at Five Kings Motorsports for the constant support, and Michael Falk over at MF Racing Designs for the paint schemes for all of us. Got to thank all the Five Kings Motorsports sponsors. We got McConey Setup Shops, thebutkicker.com, Savage Edge Apparel, FB Sim Racing Button Boxes, Raise Energy, BAM Racing Videos, USA Firearms, Southern Signs of North Carolina, and then I got a few personal. I got to thank the Barn Package Store, Tile Chief Floor and Wall Coverings, and Mayhew Construction.
Well, there you go. That's Jason Raymond bringing it home here tonight, winning it all. Again, congratulations there, Jason.
Thank you.
All right, man, I'll tell you what, well, Kaysen, short track fun here tonight, Gateway. It was awesome.
Definitely awesome. A lot of action-packed racing, a lot of battles that I'd like to see. A little bit of door banging. Actually, a lot less than I would expect from this track, but
there you go. Well, like I say, got to appreciate it here tonight. Top Hat Comics coming on board here for the Super Late Model Series. Crooked Line Racing for myself and everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, congratulations there to Jason. Everyone, have a good night.